Hi, it's Marty Millner with Coldwell Banker Hearthside in Newtown, beautiful Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And wanted to talk to you today about market conditions and specifically 5 strategies that I have come up with to help buyers, get properties in multiple offer situations. Not sure how long this is going to continue. Interest rates are trending up, although that's sort of softened a little bit, but they're certainly higher than they were last year. Buyers are complaining that there aren't enough houses to see, and I've had a number of buyers that were faced with multiple offer situations and dealt with it on the seller side with multiple offers, and sort of looking at different offers and trying to decide which of 2 or 3 or 4 offers is the best. So the first thing I would suggest is put as much money down as you possibly can. Also, and they go hand in hand, make sure you get approved as early in the process as possible. So even before you find a house, absolutely critically important that you talk to a lender. Actually, in many cases, the lender can give you a mortgage approval that's just subject to finding a property. And again, the farther along in that process you are, the better off you are if there are multiple offers. So it's really critically important that you, if you're a buyer, talk to a lender really early in the process and get an approval as early as you possibly can. Second thing, and this is sort of could be confusing at times, but consider offering some degree of appraisal protection. What that means is, using an example, if you're going to buy a house for $400,000 and you're putting 20% down, the lender is going to loan you in your mortgage 80% of either the sale price, in this case $400,000, or what the house appraises for. So if it's going to if it appraises for $390,000, your lender is only going to loan you 80% of that $390,000. Technically, you'd have a right, based on the mortgage contingency, to either not buy the house or ask that the seller drop the price to match the appraisal. You can sometimes, get the property if you are willing and comfortable and financially in a position where you offer, some degree of appraisal protection. Again, if the house doesn't appraise for the sale price, it doesn't mean you can't buy it. It just means you may have to come up with and put down more cash. So it's something to consider. I don't recommend that for everybody necessarily, but again, just some ideas about how to make your offer stand out. Consider some inspection flexibility. Sometimes this is just a matter of having your agent communicate with the listing agent and indicate some degree of flexibility with the inspection, meaning that you sort of convey to the agent for the seller that you're not going to nickel and dime the seller based on a home inspection. As I mentioned, get approved early in the process. The next step that I just sort of put this under a catch-all, be creative. So things like I have a particular lender that offers a $2,500 guarantee to the seller that says that if their buyer doesn't close, and this would not include issues like an appraisal or an inspection issue, but once they issue an approval, if the loan doesn't close, they would pay the seller $2,500. Be creative. Consider writing a letter. I've had buyers actually write letters to the seller and express their appreciation and admiration for the house. I've had buyers that have actually included pictures. So again, be creative in all ways possible. And lastly, I would say be patient. I firmly believe that essentially there's no house that's worth like totally chasing and going crazy over if there's multiple offers and people are bidding tens of thousands of dollars over the asking price. I'm not one that encourages people to chase houses. So if you are interested in learning more about how I can help you as a buyer, I've had a lot of experience with buyers and obviously with multiple offer situations. Feel free to call me at 215-519-1399. I appreciate your watching this and hope you have a great day.